Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. Oh, that card just fully jumped out. Let's see what it is. This is your mid-month check-in. Let's see how you've gone after the solar eclipse in the new moon in Aries. Okay, Justice card, truth and clarity is coming in. Oh, we like that. The truth and clarity. This is also represents contracts, contractual agreements. So there may be something that you're weighing up here and looking at the legalities. So definitely I feel like there's this sense of seeing something so clearly now. It's fairly impartial. It's like I'm standing back and looking at it and going, yep, now I understand it. But this can be Akashic record contracts as well. The Justice card can be any kind of agreement between you and another person. And so it's like, now I'm really seeing something. Now I'm really understanding it. So interesting. Let's see what else. What's shifting and changing? As you know, eclipses bring big changes. And speaking of big changes, we have a massive conjunction coming up in the second half of April when Uranus is conjunct Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. I had to remember the names for a second. And that's happening on the 20th or the 21st of April. This is big energy, big news, big life changes that can come through with this energy. And so that along with the eclipse, it's just like, whoa, okay. We also have a full moon in the sign of Scorpio in the second half of month. It is the Wesak moon, Buddha's enlightenment. So it's a time when the veils between the world are thinnest, so you can have some really beautiful enlightening energies. Now I want to read both of these reversed. This is what's shifting and changing for you. Cup 10, Pluto, Pisces, and the Devil card, Capricorn, Saturn, and Mars. So there's a lot of fear and underworld type energy here. It really could feel like you've felt like you've gone through a journey through the underworld. You've met the devil. You had to go to have a chat and go, you know what? I'm not scared of you anymore. You have no power over me. And now I'm going to do what makes me really happy. It almost feels like you've broken free of some kind of bonds or something that held you bondage in some way that felt kind of like a very just bound, dark energy, where this is a person, a situation. It's like I am now seeing the truth of that agreement, that contract. And sometimes it may be understanding that the contract's up. It can be, I'm seeing a lot of things of late with these eclipse season where this is the card of Libra. So we had the South Node in Libra, and this is where contractual agreement, Akashic records, karmic fate, and natural endings contracts have been up. So it definitely feels like there potentially has been something that you've been released from, that with that devil energy, you felt really, really stuck and bound with it. So their freedom comes with this. There's a sense of deep internalization of what makes you happy. It's like you've got to the core of something. You've gone really deep with it and gone, you know what? Does this really make me happy? Why am I holding on to this? And then it's like free when you let go and go, it's not the thing that's making me happy. And it's sort of almost like you're going through this reprioritization energy and going, what does make me happy? I had to dig really deep to find that, but there is happiness being transformed in your life at this moment in time. But it did require almost like just seeing the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It really feels, it could have even felt like a bit of a day of reckoning, but it definitely feels like the judgment card. Yeah, absolutely. There's energies just leaving you at this moment in time. There's energies that are just passing over. This is judgment card means a day of reckoning, quite literally. It's the judgment day. So it could even be legalities, like some kind of judgment is being handed down, or it's just like time's up with the contract. And so it's now time to review it, to getting the message. You're being heralded by the angel here. Gabrielle is giving you the message. The trumpet is coming in and saying all these energies, they're ready to pass over. So it does represent change. It represents an irrevocable ending. It represents a sense that something had to end, and it's just about processing that. And also with that comes this energy of renewal and rebirth. So it's big energy, the fact that we've got the Judgment card coming in. It's double 10 here. It's 2 10s, and we've also got the 10 of Cups. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Like there's a lot of synchronicities with the numbers, which is showing me that this is something very fated that has occurred or is in the process of occurring at this moment. The Judgment card can often mean clearing and cleaning out. So whether that's emotional, energetic, physical, or mental as well, it can mean all sorts of things. So, but you definitely got the message loud and clear with the truth and clarity. So let's see. So yeah, I just want to hold these two up before I keep going. So yeah, truth, clarity, and then you've got the message from Gabrielle coming in here. It's time for this to pass over, this energy in your life. So yeah, in a way, you know, the underworld is the world where things have passed over and they're ready to transform. So it really is a sense that whilst this may have actually been really difficult or challenging to get to this stage, this is the stage where it's like, okay, there's the realization that I can move on from this now. And there's, like I said, there's freedom associated with that. So yeah, it's sort of like it may have been a day of reckoning. They keep repeating that. So Sagittarius, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Sagittarius. Just take what feels right, leave the rest, really trust your intuition, and don't take on anything that doesn't feel right. And there is no extended reading, not with the mid-months, they're happening with the monthlies. So I'm just getting the right Sagittarius energy into the cards, and we'll keep going with the reading. Here we have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Crossed by the Ace of Wands. It may have been that you were thinking, I didn't want this. This is not what I wanted. But it's happened. So it may have been that it felt like it was something outside of you, that or it was something kind of outside plan or pressure that was happening here. The 8 of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Okay. Coming back to yourself. The King of Wands. Here you are. The King of Fire. The King of Pentacles. Look at all these kings. Moneybags. Mr. Moneybags is coming out in the near future. We like that. Here comes the Justice card again. So this is in the energy surrounding you, and it's here crowning you. So this Justice energy when it comes to contracts, to contractual agreements, definitely is going to be important. So let's see. There's big shifts and changes around those sort of things happening at this moment in time. And the Magician, I was waiting for a major arcana to come out because I'm like, oh, I got the 9s, the 6s, the 5s. It feels like it's bigger energy than this. And then the Magician came out. I'm like, okay. Ooh. Then we got the Devil. Okay, double Devil, double Justice. Justice is coming for this Devil energy. Wow. So the Devil represents, it's interesting. It represents bondage. It represents being stuck, bound, being in a deep hole. It can represent somebody who's been trying to control you, or a situation where you felt really, really stuck. It can be really toxic, narcissistic energy. As well, it can represent things like addictions and debt, or just feeling like you've fallen into a bit of a hole and haven't been able to get back out. But then the Justice card is saying time's up with that energy. Now, interestingly, the Devil energy, the darkness of it, they keep bringing me to the darkness, which represents the underworld, because we have Pluto here as well. Something is transcending that. And interesting, the darkness can represent the unknown, but it can also represent protection. It's almost like, perhaps there was an energy that felt like it was protecting you, but at the same time, it kept you bound and stuck in some way. So it may not have felt it if this is somebody who was very toxic. Obviously, it's not them that was protecting you, but maybe it was an energy within yourself that was protecting yourself from that kind of energy around you. But there is strangely protection here in going deep and connecting to your true power. That's what they're showing me here. But it may have felt like you had to go into some kind of crisis or survival mode in order to feel like like I need to protect myself in some way. So yeah, they keep going on about this protection energy. Interestingly, when the devil energy gets transformed and transcended, it represents empowerment. It represents new ambitions. So yeah, it's interesting energy, but they just keep showing me this darkness. And sometimes that can feel like when I'm doing my energy healings on people and I get a really dark energy, it's like where an energy has been really stuck. And you usually have to talk to that energy a little bit, and for it to release. It can be past life, it can be any kind of energy, but this is like really, really stuck energy. So, it's actually really good that if that's associated with these energies that are passing up and over, they've been called these energies that have been very deeply held and stuck. And sometimes it is those, we hold these energies, think they're protecting us, but at the same time, it's harming us. It could be some kind of internal belief keeping us safe, but it's not letting us have the freedom that we're needing, or the success or the abundance that we're needing. So the angels, the divine, is calling this energy out. It's almost like energetically drawing it from you. And these are the bodies that are rising up from the dead. Think of it as that stuck devil energy that's just rising up, and Gabriel's coming and calling it out. And so it's like could feel like a massive kind of detox, or energy detox, or some kind of old trauma. Really old disempowered energy is being released and called into the divine so that it can be cleared. It is crossed by the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is almost like, it's just, I just keep getting, I didn't want this. I didn't want this. So maybe it is something, we've got the higher energy here of the Judgment card, which is the major arcana and the divine, saying, but it's not necessarily what you wanted. It's what soul and spirit say you need. So it's almost like you were battling against it with the Ace of Wands, trying to activate something new that could kind of ward it off or hold it off in some way. And maybe this is like your the smaller ego part of yourself going, this is not what I want. But there's a higher plan here with the Judgment card coming through, going, well, this is what's happening. So, and once you realize that, kind of surrender to that higher plan, then perhaps that's where we're starting to get the transformation of happiness that can come through. But it does require, like I said, this journey into the underworld. In your consciousness and your higher consciousness, higher mind, we have this Eight of Cups. So this is where you are learning to, or you're about to, or you're in the process of emotionally detaching from the thing that you were holding on to really tightly here, and just understanding that it's time to kind of release the grip on it and let it go in some way. It's saying it's not feeling right, it's not fulfilling for me, I'm emotionally detaching, I'm in the search for fulfillment, I'm in the search for something different. It's not serving my needs, my emotional needs anymore. So we have at the base, what's happening deep down is the Queen of Cups, and this is where what's happening deep inside of you is the Queen of Cups is about serving your emotional needs. It's the divine feminine. It's a very nurturing energy, and it's nurturing, comforting, and it's deep compassion. And it's saying, if I can't find if something outside of me or someone outside of me or a situation suddenly is not serving my emotional needs, I have to come back in and do it myself. And that's what this Queen of Cups does. She emotionally replenishes, she finds emotional renewal. So it may be that after going through that, they keep showing me that, like the river Styx, which is in the underworld. So they keep showing me if you tasted that water and it tasted like poison, you can't drink from that river, then it's going to be, there's something within the element of water which felt like either you were intuitively led down the wrong path, or you didn't trust your intuition, or there was just something toxic emotionally about the situation here. And this is where the Queen of Cups comes back to herself and says, I need to look after myself. I need to love myself. I need to replenish myself. I need to feel emotionally safe. But this is not an energy that I need that is keeping me bound. I'm doing this for myself. So it's a sense of, giving you the emotional energy, the emotional renewal that you need, and care and love and respect that you need. And it's like, I'm giving that to myself. So maybe you just need to take some time out from something that's been really super stressful, or something that's, you've been really struggling with. But here you are in the recent past, the King of Wands, trying to activate this ace, trying to say, and it's like, it's not working. He's like going, it's not working. It's being blocked by the divine. The thing I tried to start, the thing I tried to activate, it's this, I was getting roadblocks. I was getting no's. I was getting a sense of, this, I'm trying to make this happen, and it's being blocked by a higher, feels like it's being blocked by a higher force. So interestingly, in the near future, we've got this King of Pentacles. And this is where you're learning mastery over the material realm, over something that really got stuck. And this is where potentially there is more of what you were needing coming to you, because this King of Pentacles represents money, represents success, it represents your physical needs, whether it's to do with your health, your just stress levels. But there's something that is coming your way with this King of Pentacles and saying that you're learning to honor and master what it is that you need in the material realm. And that's when there's opportunities coming up around cutting the ties with contractual agreements that are no longer serving you, especially financial contractual agreements, or things to do with all those material realms: home, job, house, money, health. It's like this justice energy saying something has been really out of balance and stuck, and it's like we definitely need to kind of be taking action in some way around the material realm. And that feels like it's being supported by the universe. You're presenting as the Five of Swords, so this could be very conflicted. Again, I understand that, because we've got the King of Wands, which is feeling like you want to be in control, or that you're wanting to make something happen, and it feels like something bigger than you is happening. And it could be like I'm a bit confused, or I've been conflicted about how to move forward. Perhaps there is some kind of sentimentality or loyalty, or some positive energy towards the thing that you've been attached to and been kept bound to. That could come through with it as well. It's not necessarily going to be the situation for all of you, but this does feel like there's some kind of mental challenge around this, or conflict in some way, that you're turning up like that. And that can be that you've been fighting with the devil, whatever that represents for you. So the energy surrounding you is this Justice card. This is so strong. The Justice and the Devil energy is really super strong, and Judgment and the Magician. We're seeing these very strong major arcanas. Amongst this other story, there's these bigger energies coming through. So the Justice card is all the things that we have talked about. It is the card of Libra. So it could be there is a rebalancing that can come through within a situation or within a relationship, where it's like somebody has been putting themselves first, and it's like we have to be in this together. We have to do what works for everybody, not just or for me and another person. So it really feels like, there needs to be some kind of rebalancing that comes in. But Justice is just saying that there's a lot of contractual agreements around that you're potentially thinking about, or having to review or look at in some way. Hopes and fears, we've got the Page of Cups. This is very much the opening your heart to someone new or something new, and getting the message that there's some kind of new emotional opportunity that is coming your way, and new emotional connection that, whether this is a hope or a fear, because we have the devil. The devil can represent fear. So opening your heart again could be both even. So let's see, we have as the outcome, we've got the Nine of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Wands. It's interesting, when I was pulling these cards, I was like, this is not the story. Why is this coming up as the outcome? Because it feels like this is the mundane world. I'm in the middle of something. I'm busy. I'm still just going on with what I need to go on with. And then in comes the Magician and says, you know what? You've got all these elements that are happening in your life at this moment in time. You have everything that you need in order to manifest what it is that you want here. You are, this willpower, this higher mind comes in and you become really consciously aware of the energies that you're harnessing and working with. And this is where you're willing something into creation. You're the potent manifester. You're working out the how. And so you're overcoming challenges, testing things out, wanting to put some of those challenges behind you, find some emotional energy, perhaps connect to some good memories from the past, or someone from the past where there's a good memory. Perhaps it feels like, there's something that felt like it was stripped from you. It's like, where's the old me, or where are the old memories? And so it feels like there's something that is really, really potent and strong is coming to you that you're newly manifesting here. And now it's like, okay, now I'm blending the message that I'm getting from the divine. Here, the wisdom has the infinity symbol. The message is coming in loud and clear. But what I'm doing is I'm bringing this down to earth, and I'm working out how to bring this into my life and work with these elements, this new divine message that I've got. So then you've got the truth and clarity. You're hearing something loud and clear. And so it might be almost like you were just in the middle of something. Like these all feeling kind of fairly like doom-be-doom-be-doom. I'm just going along with where I was at. And then boom, download. In comes the magician. Suddenly like, now I've got the clarity. Now I understand. So a really, really potent opportunity to manifest something new that feels like a divine message coming through for you, Sagittarius. But it wasn't easy getting to there, because we had to go through all that underworld energy and resistance and letting go and surrendering to a higher power and dealing with this fellow here, the devil. And as you can see, the devil here is very much a sense that, you've been bound. It sometimes can be, it's where fears or doubts have kept you bondage in some way or stopped you. And it can also be where you've stayed in an energy for way too long and it's no longer serving you anymore. And you're realizing this now. It keep getting the message, time's up, time's up. So the truth is coming to you loud and clear, and that can bring this liberation with it. So the truth will set you free in this reading. So let's pull an affirmation card. Oh my goodness, they're all falling out. Okay, let me get them. A couple of affirmation cards. Okay, I release all fears and doubts. Okay, that's about right, isn't it? It says, I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. Absolutely. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. Beautiful. I am loved and I am safe. So it is a new form of feeling safe, but it's almost like you're in the arms of the divine and you can come back to yourself and feel safe again when it felt like there was something really unsafe around you. So that's fair enough. We've got, I forgive myself. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself. And that's the new energy that's coming in around Chiron, around some new energy, fated energy around healing of wounds. And again, that sense, I am free to love myself, the freedom that comes through as well. And we've got the point of power is always in the present moment. The past is over and done and has no power over me. That is so powerful for what we've just been talking about. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. That's what you're doing as the magician. I now take my own power back. The magician is like, no, devil. This is my mind, my power. I'm manifesting. I am safe and I am free. Again, those words. So they're very, very strong themes coming through. So let's pull a charm for you, Sagittarius, and see what is coming in. Let's pull a charm for Sagittarius. The electric guitar. I like it. So music is messages from, I always get Neptunian energy. Music represents Neptune, and it's the higher octave of Neptune. It can connect you. Sometimes when you listen to a song and suddenly you're just really feeling it, or you're just really in that moment, or you feel like you've connected to some other different energy outside of yourself. So these are kind of intangible energies, but they're kind of creative as well. So music in itself might be something that you're working with, but it feels like there's these higher messages, these intangible energies that you're working with, these beautiful, creative, high vibrational energies that you're tapping into. And as the magician, you are the master creator here. So you are the one tapping into this. And what I get with this, because this is the electric guitar, it's about the voltage is about to get amped up. The volume is about to get turned up on that. You're about to be tuning into this creative, great creative energy, this beautiful intuitive energy even. And it's like you've got a direct link straight to that energy. And it's like, whoa, okay, this is where people can have amazing ideas, or they can just feel like I'm really in tune and I'm finding my clarity and finding my direction. So they keep showing me electricity, like bzzzt. It's starting to like really amp up, quite literally. And so it's loud and clear. You're getting the message, loud and clear, truth and clarity coming through from the divine. And then it's like, oh, I can use this energy and create something equally of a high amp, a high frequency, a loud frequency, a strong frequency as well. So you're playing with these divine energies and you're co-creating with them, which is really fantastic. And it's like you're quite literally making music with the divine. It's just, yeah, it's amazing energy, Sagittarius, or what they were showing me. So yeah, fantastic. It's like you are the master manifester, really amazing. So you have the power. It's time to take your power back. If you have access to this energy, you want full access. You don't want a little bit stuck down here. I'm stuck in the dungeon with the devil. I'm too scared, or I've got fears and doubts. I'm releasing that and I'm going all out. I'm going to connect in with this energy. So, and who knows where it's going to take you, because the magician's got that beautiful infinity symbol above his head going, I'm open to all these new possibilities. But I'm mastering working with this new energy that's coming in, these new elements into my life. So that's your reading. I feel very inspired and excited and buzzy, Sagittarius. It's really exciting energy. So that's it. That's your reading. So thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. Let me know what's been happening for you. Love to find out. And all of that also helps with the growth of the channel. I truly appreciate it, Sagittarius. And please check out all my other offerings. The links are in the description box below, and take care.